My name is Father Carl Wertin, pastor at Christ the King Parish, Pueblo, Colorado. My story begins in Lamar, Colorado, where I was born into a family, mother and father, and 10 of us children. And as I grew up, pretty normal lifestyle, enjoy being outside, spending time with family. As I came to maturity in life, this issue of chastity became a real reality for me. And as I start to mature and the desires well up in my heart for what is this gift of my own sexuality, and why doesn't it always feel like a gift? So as I pursue this and start to wrap my mind around what's all going on, it becomes apparent to me that there are desires within me, sometimes being evoked by the movies that I was watching, the movies I wanted to watch because my older siblings were watching them, not even sure what they were doing in these movies, and soon to realize that what was actually going on was a distortion of God's plan for human sexuality. But without being able to have much defense against that, I soon would fall into similar practices that I had seen and that I thought would satisfy my heart. But as the practices continue, I start to feel an ache in my heart that there's got to be something more. And so I pursue the church and what her teachings are and how she guides a young man like me to be chaste, and that there is a deeper sense of love within all of this. I went to a priest for confession at a certain point in time and expressed my difficulties in this area of chastity. And he said the words that would forever change my life. He said, God has a plan for your sexuality. And even though I didn't know what that meant, I knew that my heart was touched in a way that nothing else had touched my heart before. And it spoke to me in a way that gave me hope that I could pursue a better way of receiving love and giving love. So with my life very different after that point, and Jesus speaking through this man, I pursued myself, just life of holiness, a life of chastity, soon to be able to discern that God might be calling me to be a Catholic priest, to live a celibate lifestyle, meaning that I would make a vow to be without marriage and without children, vowing to not engage in physical sexual acts, so that integrating my sexuality into my life, I would still remain part of the essentials of this life, unity and creativeness. And so I would then unite myself to the people of God and pray and grow in community. I would be creative in playing music and doing art and baptizing children, bringing about spiritual life in others in a way that my sexuality was integrated. And yet in all of this, the enemy was not done, nor is he still for me or for you. As he continues to pursue, and especially with the temptation to pornography, for me, myself, I look to God, and especially I look to our Blessed Virgin Mary. And as she brought Jesus into the world, when I ask her prayers and assistance, she guides me to her son Jesus, and to see that his sacrificial love brings about such good in this world. And so it's the love that I pursue. It's the love that in relationship with him and his church that I sense the deepest sense of love, way more than any sort of act I had ever fallen into or sinfulness could have ever brought. And so with this great joy in my heart, I invite you as well to pursue chastity and that deep love of Jesus.